Retirement should be a time of relaxation, not stress about money. But many retirees worry, will my savings outlast me? If you need to generate an extra $2,000 to $3,000 per month to cover living expenses, relying on interest from cash isn't enough. What if you could supplement your income with stable dividends? In this video, we'll tackle that problem head-on and show you 10 monthly dividend stocks that aim to produce consistent passive income. These picks focus on high yield and relative safety, helping retirees build a reliable income stream from their portfolios. Like and subscribe if you enjoy content like this and want to see more. You're about to discover how each of these 10 monthly dividend payers works, what the company does, its current dividend yield and payment frequency, and what makes it safer or riskier. We'll compare different sectors from real estate to energy to ETFs so you can understand how to blend them together. Let's dive in. Number 1. Realty Income Corp, often called the Monthly Dividend Company. Realty Income, ticker symbol O, is a large U.S. real estate investment trust, or REIT, that owns thousands of retail properties, like convenience stores, dollar stores, and drugstores, under long-term leases. It's nicknamed the Monthly Dividend Company because it has paid a cash dividend every month since 1994. Dividend yield and payout. Realty Income's current yield is about 5.7%, paid monthly. That means for every $100 invested, you get about $5.70 per year, divided into 12 equal payments. Note, yields fluctuate with stock price. Risk profile. Realty Income is considered one of the safest monthly payers. It operates on a conservative triple net lease model. Tenants pay rent plus most property expenses, so Realty Income's own costs are low. Its cash flows come from around 15,600 properties and 1,550 tenants across 90 industries. Many of its tenants are recession-resistant businesses, like 7-Eleven or Dollar General, which helps stabilize income. Kiplinger notes Realty Income's payout is as close to a bond as you're going to get in the stock market in terms of reliability. In other words, low volatility and predictable rent checks underpin the dividend. Realty Income is a U.S.-listed stock, so U.S. investors can buy it easily on the NYSE. International investors in the UK or Australia can also invest via global brokers or dividend-focused ETFs. For example, UK retirees might hold a UK-listed REIT with a similar yield, and Australian retirees could look at their local property trust. The key idea is stable retail real estate providing monthly income. Number 2. STAG Industrial, ticker STAG. STAG Industrial is another U.S. REIT, but it specializes in industrial properties, primarily warehouses and distribution centers. With the growth of e-commerce, demand for logistics space is strong. STAG owns properties across the U.S., many near airports or ports, and leases them to tenants like Amazon, FedEx, and other shipping or manufacturing companies. Dividend yield and payout. STAG pays dividends monthly with a current yield around 3.8%. It's lower than some picks but still above typical bank interest rates, and it's paid consistently. Risk profile. Industrial property tends to be less glamorous but very stable. E-commerce growth is a long-term trend. In fact, STAG's website notes about 16% of all retail sales are now online. STAG's portfolio is diversified across about 30% Amazon, FedEx, DHL tenants, and many others. This specialization means it benefits if warehouse demand stays high. The stock is considered fairly safe. Kiplinger calls it one of the best monthly dividend stocks because it isn't tied to consumer foot traffic like retail REITs, but rather the booming online economy. STAG is a U.S. industrial REIT traded on the NYSE. UK investors can hold it via international brokerage accounts, and Aussie investors similarly. Locally, there aren't many listed industrial REITs paying monthly, so US STAG or a diversified logistics fund might be option. The general point is that industrial real estate can produce regular rent cash flows, making it a good income candidate. Number 3. LTC Properties. LTC Properties is a REIT focusing on senior living and skilled nursing facilities, reflecting the growing needs of the aging population. LTC Properties, ticker LTC, is a U.S. REIT specializing in healthcare real estate, specifically senior housing, assisted living, and nursing facilities. As baby boomers age, demand for quality senior living space rises. LTC owns properties that are leased to healthcare providers across the country. Dividend yield and payout. LTC's yield is about 6.3%, paid monthly. That's relatively high for a REIT, reflecting both the stability of its tenant base and some recovery potential. Risk profile. Senior living facilities have strong long-term fundamentals since the U.S. senior population is growing rapidly. LTC's properties tend to have captive demand. Families continue paying for care even during downturns. However, skilled nursing is somewhat cyclical, so there is moderate risk. Overall, LTC is often viewed as a back-to-basics healthcare play, less risky than a casino or hotel REIT, but with better yield than a plain vanilla office REIT. Kiplinger notes LTC as a turnaround play with unbeatable long-term trends. LTC is US listed. It's particularly relevant for American retirees since the US faces a large silver tsunami. In the UK or Australia, there are no direct monthly payout equivalents in senior care, but UK investors can buy LTC through an international broker if they want exposure. The monthly aspect is unique to U.S. payout schedules. The income benefit is the same for all retirees regardless of nationality. Number 4. Gladstone Commercial, ticker GOOD. Gladstone Commercial Corp is a smaller U.S. REIT that invests in single-tenant commercial properties under triple net leases. Its portfolio is about 63% industrial warehouses and 33% office buildings. The tenants pay for rent and property expenses, similar to Realty Income's model. Dividend yield and payout. At recent prices, Gladstone Commercial yields about 10.9% paid monthly. That is very high by any standard, largely because of its conservative payout policy. It often returns extra in special dividends when it has leftover earnings, but the regular monthly payout covers the known 10.9%. Risk profile. The high yield comes with mixed risk. On one hand, Gladstone's occupancy is very high, around 99% occupied by steady companies like industrial distributors, and triple net leases mean predictable income. On the other hand, it's smaller and exposed to sectors like office space that have had challenges. Still, management has kept the dividend stable. This is an income-oriented REIT, not a growth story, so it's relatively safe for income investors if one is comfortable with a very high-yield, modest growth stock. Gladstone is another U.S. security suitable for Americans directly. UK or Australian investors would treat it similarly via ADR or funds. It's less well known internationally, but conceptually it shows how long-term leases can provide hefty monthly payouts. Number 5. EPR Properties, ticker EPR. EPR Properties is a specialty REIT that invests in entertainment venues, movie theaters, amusement parks, ski resorts, golf complexes, and education childcare centers. This is an unusual portfolio. Think of it as fun and learning real estate. For example, it owns buildings leased to Cinemark, Legoland, Great Wolf Lodge, and even the NYC Big Apple Circus. Dividend yield and payout. EPR yields about 6.9% and pays monthly. It had paused dividends during the COVID shutdowns, but it reinstated them in 2021 and has been raising the payout since then. Risk profile. This one is higher risk. EPR's tenants are in discretionary spending. People go to movies or parks only if they feel good about the economy. EPR even notes risks from inflation and vacations being more expensive. However, EPR diversified into education and childcare, which is more recession resilient. So EPR is not a bond-like staple. It's a leveraged bet that entertainment demand will stay strong. We include it as a higher yield component. In a retirement portfolio, it would be balanced by more conservative picks. EPR is US listed and plays largely in North America. There's no direct UK or Australian equivalent, but a risk-savvy retiree could allocate a small portion of their portfolio to EPR for higher yield. Number 6. Healthpeak Properties, ticker DOC. Healthpeak Properties is a large healthcare REIT that, since early 2025, pays dividends monthly. It owns life science and medical office buildings, think laboratories and research campuses, plus senior housing. In Q2 of 2025, Healthpeak declared a monthly cash dividend of roughly 10 cents per share. Its yield is roughly 7.0%. Healthpeak is considered fairly safe. Laboratories and medical facilities tend to be in constant demand. Dividend.com rates it A+ on safety, thanks to its diversified S&P 500 scale portfolio. The monthly dividend gives you a chunk of cash every month, and being in the S&P 500 Dividend Aristocrats list implies reliable income. For retirees, DOC provides steady health sector income. US investors buy it on the NYSE. UK and Australian investors would hold it through global funds or a US brokerage. Number 7. Main Street Capital, ticker MAIN. Main Street Capital is not a REIT at all, but a Business Development Company, or BDC. BDCs are like small banks that lend to mid-sized companies. They provide loans and equity to companies with $5 to $50 million in EBITDA that can't easily raise money from big banks or go public. Dividend yield and payout. Main Street yields about 5.3%, paid monthly. Importantly, Main Street operates a conservative monthly model. It pays a regular dividend and then often issues extra special dividends when it earns more. In late 2023, it even added a 30-cent special payout. Risk profile: BDCs typically have higher yields than REITs, but also more risk because they own corporate debt and equity. Main Street is considered one of the more stable BDCs. Kiplinger calls it best in class. It struggled less than many BDCs during recent tight credit years. For retirees, BDCs like MAIN can boost income while still diversifying away from real estate. Main Street is a U.S. company, traded on NASDAQ. UK and Australian investors may not have a local BDC equivalent, but you can buy MAIN through a broker. Number 8. Energy Transfer LP, ticker ET. Energy Transfer LP is a large U.S. energy infrastructure company, specifically a master limited partnership. It operates pipelines and terminals for oil, natural gas, and other petroleum products. Essentially, ET collects fees for transporting energy across its network. Dividend yield and payout: ET pays distributions monthly and currently yields about 7.8%. In dollar terms, it pays roughly $1.33 per share per year. Risk profile: pipelines are often seen as lower-risk energy bets because they have fee-based revenue and carry long-term contracts. Dividend.com rates: ET exemplifies how energy transport fees can provide regular cash. Number 9. Plains All American Pipeline, ticker PAA. Plains All American Pipeline is another U.S. pipeline company structured as a master limited partnership, or MLP. It owns a network of pipelines and terminals transporting oil and natural gas liquids. Dividend yield and payout: PAA pays monthly distributions with a yield near 8.9%. In fall 2025, it was paying about $1.52 per share annually. Risk profile: PAA's payout is very high, so it carries some risk. Its forward payout ratio is around 100%, meaning nearly all earnings go to investors. That's sustainable in normal times but could be cut if oil demand collapses. However, Dividend.com still gives PAA an A+ safety rating, noting its large size, $11.7 billion market cap, and consistent track record. For retirees, PAA is a high-yield energy play. It boosts income but is less conservative than, say, Realty Income. PAA is traded on the NASDAQ in the US. UK investors could get exposure via a global ETF. Number 10. JP Morgan Equity Premium Income ETF, ticker JEPI. JEPI is an exchange-traded fund, not a single company, offered by JP Morgan. It holds a portfolio of S&P 500 stocks and sells call options on them to generate extra income. This strategy, known as covered calls, provides monthly cash to investors. In effect, you own big blue-chip stocks but also earn option premiums. Dividend yield and payout: JEPI's distribution yield is about 8.3%, and it pays monthly. Risk profile: JEPI's risk is moderate. It does carry stock market risk, but the call writing cushions some volatility by generating extra income. Because of the covered calls, JEPI typically fluctuates less than the index and delivers steady income even if stocks are flat. For retirees, JEPI offers a diversified, large-cap equity approach to monthly income. You get a bit of growth potential plus a hefty yield. JEPI is US listed, but accessible globally through brokers. The key point is it's an ETF rather than a single stock. This adds diversification. Recap and how to use these stocks. We've covered a variety of monthly dividend payers: retail with Realty Income, industrial with STAG, healthcare with LTC and HealthPeak, commercial with Gladstone, specialty with EPR, financial with Main Street, energy with ET and PAA, and a covered call ETF with JEPI. Because of this variety, a retiree can mix and match to suit their goals. You might wait towards safer names for most of your income and sprinkle in higher yield picks for additional boost if you can tolerate some risk. The common thread is they all pay every month, which smooths your cash flow. Together, these picks could form a foundation for a retirement income portfolio. For example, if you assemble a hypothetical portfolio that averages a 6% yield and you invest $400,000 across these, you'd get around $24,000 per year. about $2,000 per month. By investing in a diversified set of monthly dividend stocks like these, you can build a steady monthly income stream to supplement your retirement. If you found this useful, like and subscribe for more.